everyone. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome to the Radiance Realm. I want to start off, this will be my first video. I want to start off with a personal story about inner work. This is something that I have gone through quite recently, and my hope in sharing is that it helps create a perspective shift for someone else maybe going through this. If you're someone that feels deeply, to let you know that you're not alone. So this story is an experience that I have. I've been doing my deep inner work now. I feel like healing happens very cyclically in a spiral pattern, and so I'm kind of back learning a lot of similar lessons this year that I've accumulated and had to learn and go through over the past 7 years. And my experience that I want to talk to you guys about is something that I went through very deeply a couple years ago. Not the exact experience, but sort of being able to transmute some tough and heavy emotions that I was dealing with. And now I'm here doing it again, so I figured I would share in the hopes that it helps all of you. So I work in HR. The place that I'm currently working at feels toxic. It's not a fun place to be. It's not a place where people are inspired to come to work every day. It's very, you come, you do your job, you leave, and that's it, which is fine. And so the things that I had been dealing with kind of built up, where I felt like a lot of people were dumping all of their emotional baggage onto me, which happens very often, and I'm so deeply feeling that it weighs on me a lot. It's not just like a quick comment and people come by, brush by, whatever, they spew something out and I can just get over it. It sits with me. And I was like, why is all this stuff sitting with me? Why can't it just flow through me? Why am I attaching to it? There was something in it that I needed to be able to learn. And so most recently I took a phone call, and this woman on the phone to me was doing the same thing, where I felt like she was taking all her baggage and all her weight and all her problems and just like dumping it onto me, spewing hatred out about it. Something that I had made a mistake about, and all mistakes are fixable, let's be honest. We're not dealing in life or death situations. Everything is fixable. And she just kept dumping on me, and I had this build up from this whole week of feeling like that was what people were doing to me, just dumping their baggage and their problems onto me. And I got my own, okay? So I blacked out. I let this lady have it on the phone. I was like, you need to relax. You should just fucking relax, lady. Like, I haven't done anything to you. I feel like I unleashed like all of the buildup that was happening to me. Like, I just unleashed it completely onto her. And I kind of spiral after it happens. Like, after the heat of the moment, I felt this, as it was happening, I felt this heat like boiling in my stomach, rising into my chest, radiating down both of my arms. And I was like, I can't take this anymore. And I just let her have it. And that feeling in my body sat with me for so long. I tried like moving it around, shaking it off, jumping around, blow it out, whatever. And it just sat with me. I held onto it all day, all into the evening. By the time my boyfriend got home and gave me a hug, I just like burst into tears in his arms because of it. And I was thinking about it all day long, because not only was it the situation of, I felt like the way she was coming at me was disrespectful, rude, mean, and there was just no point to it. Like, everything is fixable, like I said. And so not only was all of that heat I was feeling, like the rush of the anger and the frustration and all these feelings, but then as like time went on and that slowly started to subside, now not only do I have that anger, but now I feel such shame and embarrassment for the way that I reacted. And so that shame creates such a spiral in my mind, and it takes over everything. The way that I spiral, my mind will be like, everyone hates you, you're so miserable, keeping me caught in these loops over and over and over again, cursing off that lady 1 second, hating on myself, having such negative self-talk the next second, spiraling in this the entire evening. And me feeling like, why can't I let this go? Why can't I shake this? Well, it had layers. Like I said, it was not only the anger, it was also my shame spiral coming to the surface, needing to be loved and seen and healed and felt. And I had forgotten that that is what my emotions are always calling for. There is always something deeper. There's something that wants to rise to the surface, to be looked at, to be loved, to be transmuted into something higher, bigger, better, greater. And so I reminded myself of this after forcing and fighting for so long. I was able to remind myself of this, and I sat with my emotions and I thanked my anger with gratitude. I asked if it had anything more it needed to communicate with me, and then I got to my shame and my embarrassment. And that one was deeper and bigger and heavier than the anger. And I was able to sit with that shame and send it love and send it gratitude and forgive myself for feeling shame, for judging myself. Layers. A lot of layers. and so forgiving myself for not being able to do this sooner, forgiving myself for lashing out at her, forgiving myself for allowing someone else to have that sort of power over me, that I react in a way where I'm not even in control of what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. I don't want to be that way. I want to show up as the highest version of myself in every situation, and I didn't. But there was a deep, deep lesson in it for me. And now I feel like I can come out the other side of it, express some self-forgiveness, some self-gratitude, and I was even able to say in my journaling practice, I sent that woman over the phone who, you know, my first layer was like, this is all her fault, how dare she do this to me? And then my other layer was, oh my gosh, why did you react like that? How could you allow someone to get you to that point? That should never have happened. I thought you are working on yourself. I thought you were doing all of this stuff. Back into this. No, it's all her fault. Like, that's my little dance in my mind of all the mean voices. And so now I was able to send her love, pure love and compassion. And I even expressed gratitude for her because it was because of her and because of that situation that I was able to come through the other side. And now I get to bask in the love of it all, because that is what every situation truly is the universe expressing its love for you by asking you to rise higher. And so I want to share with you, like I said, if you have a similar experience or you're a deeply feeling creature and you feel like the weight of the world and everyone is always coming at you, that is your superpower. Your feelings are your gifts. To feel it, to be with it, to send it love, forgiveness, gratitude, healing, invite it into the light, and so you rise into the light as well. And be easy on yourself as you're going through it, because you are a human who is learning and growing, and you don't need the added shame spiral of judgment in your own head. And so if you have any similar experiences to that, if you feel like this story helped you anyway, if you want to share your own experience, if this helps something click for you, I would love to hear it in the comments below. And I hope to be sharing more videos like this. So thanks for coming.